Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. We're here. Fran Hennessy got the win tonight. Tough performance, tough girl in there tonight. She didn't come just to lay down and look, close fight, but ultimately you came out on top. Are you pleased with your performance? How do you feel?
Look, I am pleased with my performance because you know what, the last few weeks, I've been through me and my family have been through a horrible circumstance with my nan, and my dad said to me, you don't have to fight, we'll push back, but I said I want to fight, in her memory. So I pushed on in there, and yeah, it was a great fight. Credit to Dorota, very tough woman. I just had a donut with her, but yeah, these fights are great learning fights. So
yeah, how have you managed to go on back? I know it's a tough thing to talk about, but how have you managed to sort of push that to one side and push through? Because you'd have been forgiven for saying, you know what, we're not fighting because there's things more important for boxing. But you've gone out there, done a proud epic ring walk as usual, and you've done your thing. How have you put that to one side?
So I wanted to do it in her memory, me and my nan were literally like best friends. I'd go around there all the time for a cuppa in camp. You can't see go out with your friends and that. So me and my nan would sit, have a cup of tea, have a chat, and she was one of my biggest supporters. So I felt her in there with me tonight.
Obviously, we mentioned a tough performance, but an epic ring walk. I don't know if you've seen the replay of it, by the way. I'll show you. I've got someone's got it, but when you look at it, you're doing your thing, doing the dancing. Even the security are getting involved. It's incredible. When you watch that back, honestly, I should have had it on my phone, but I just assumed you'd seen it. They're doing the dance with you. How much do you enjoy the occasion? You've got that sort of showman side to you, but you love it, don't you?
I do love it. Look, it's a show at the end of the day. You've got all these supporters who spend their hard-earned money to watch us fight. You've got to give them a show from start to finish. So I believe I did that tonight. It was a great fight as well. Dorota came. She had 9 weeks' notice, I think, for this fight because it was meant to be on Cardiff. So then we got moved to this fight. So. She came to win, so it was a good fight and a great learning fight to me, and I can only push forward from here.
Where you want to go in the sport, where you talk about multi-weights, undisputed, these fights sometimes will serve you better than going out there and just having your own way with whoever it is, and you'll have them fights as well. Yeah. But you must be in a way pleased. I know you've come out a few marks on the face, but it's all part and parcel of it, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Look, you're not going to learn anything if you're sat in there with someone who doesn't want to fight. Dorota come and she came to fight. She came to win. I knew that from the face-off. She was game. She was ready to come for it, So it's all experience, and you need these learning fights. You can't be in there with people who don't want to fight because you're not going to learn nothing from it. So I believe I put on a great performance as well. So It was, a great fight.
What have you learned about yourself from the first fight to now? You've experienced, obviously this is a big occasion, but there's pressure in a debut, and we saw how you performed there. What have you learned from then to now? What's been the sort of biggest lesson that you've took away from your short career to date?
I think taking my time, picking my shots, just you've got 8 rounds in there, you've got to take your time. You can't, sometimes in my past fights, I believe I'd come out too far sometimes, and I think in this fight I didn't come out as far this time. I stood in there, boxed, I showed that I can have it as well. So I think it's just getting used to that ring in the professional ranks.
You've seen, you've had a lot of plaudits from people around the world, the likes of Clarissa Shields and people who have been speaking, saying, "Oh, they like your style, the swagger that comes to the ring." But in terms of your fighting style, you almost fight like the American fighter, off the back foot. Even the way you hit pads, I think you're answering questions, not looking at the pads and hitting them. Who are the fighters that you sort of watched throughout the years that you've sort of taken bits from and added to your game?
Loads of fighters. I watch loads of fights, but I really like Fran Hennessy. I love his style. Prince Nassim. I love how showman he was. Sugar Ray Leonard. All these fighters. I really liked their showmanship and how they go in there and put on a show for everyone. So. Yeah. It's
almost like you and Ben Whittaker are trying to outdo each other, and we're going to see what he's doing later on. But who's winning so far, you or him?
Look, I said this the other day. Ben's the king of the ring walks. I'll be the queen. We'll do that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Look, Francesca, I appreciate your time. I know this has been incredible, really. The fact you've even got in there and boxed. You got a message you want to say just to finish this off?
Yeah, just thank you everyone for your support. Honestly, it doesn't go unnoticed. All the hard-earned money you spend to watch me fight, just tuning in, just wishing well, messages, prayers. I appreciate you all, so thank you.
Francesca, I appreciate your time.